This video is about plectrums, what plectrums I've been using, what plectrums I recommend to use for metal playing purposes, and so on. So let's get straight to the point. A little bit of my background, what plectrums I've been using since I started to play the guitar 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. So basically I started to play with 0.73mm and 0.88, so those are pretty thin plectrums. So this one is one of my old favorite one. It's Dunlop Max Grip 0.88. So this is one of my favorite plectrums in the past, but since I've been progressing with the playing, I realized that thicker plectrums are actually much wiser to use. So this is 1mm one, Dunlop Max Grip one, then 1.14, and then the current plectrums what I'm using like most of my time. It's 1.5mm Dunlop Max Grip. So why I'm using Max Grip plectrums is because plectrum surface is pretty rough. That means you have good grip, or you can get good grip while using these plectrums. That's why it's called Max Grip. So it's not like when you're getting the plectrum between your thumb and the first finger, it's staying there. It's not like sliding away. That's why these are my favorite ones. So I have some other plectrums too that are a bit slidey. I feel like they're not as good as playing with Max Grip plectrums. But let's see what's the difference of playing between thin and thick plectrum. Well, for metal purposes, if you're like down picking only, then it's actually better to use a bit more thinner plectrum. So 0.88 might be just perfect and valid for down picking purposes. For alternate picking purposes, you want to have a thicker plectrum. That's minimum 1mm or above 1mm, because if you're trying to alternate pick with thin plectrum, it's like it's too flexible for alternate picking. It's like you're not getting as heavy or great sound if you're using thin plectrum for alternate picking purposes. You're getting much heavier sound if you're using like 1.5mm for alternate picking. So the general rule, in my opinion, is that if you play metal, especially fast songs, just generally use a bit more thicker plectrums. Let's say anything above 1mm. There are some guitar players, I think Dave Mustaine, for example, that's using like 0.73. That's really thin. I think it's good to experiment what's good, but since I progressed further, I realized that thicker plectrums are just the way to go if you're playing metal and fast pacing songs. So thick plectrum and a plectrum that have great grip. So when you're playing fast, it stays between your thumb and finger. I have a lot of more plectrums, but most of them are just for, if I'm going to play somewhere else, I just pick up like a handful of plectrums with me, because I'm sometimes losing a plectrum. They're just gone somewhere in the universe, I don't know. And I have some really thin ones like 0.5mm, mostly for my acoustic guitar. This is 0.60mm. It's really flexible. Actually, you can experiment yourself more flexible plectrums while playing with down picking and while playing with alternate picking. But let's say if you're playing Master of Puppets, which is like supposed to be a song that's supposed to be played with down picking. Of course, you can play that with alternate picking, but it just sounds more Master of Puppets if you just down pick the whole song. It's better to pick up more thinner plectrum. It's more comfortable and actually easier to play with like 0.88mm plectrum instead of like 2mm ones. But let's say if you're playing like Amon Amarth songs, like I'm playing a lot, that Amon Amarth have a lot of one string alternate riffing, so the thicker plectrum is really good idea for that purpose. But anyway, the summary of this video is about what plectrums I've been using and what plectrums I'm suggesting for anyone to use if playing like fast metal music. A plectrum with great grip, that's pretty thick. For the beginner purposes, thinner plectrum is easier to begin with, because you are going to face a lot of problems with the fact that your plectrum is going to get stuck while you're playing. Why I'm saying that it's easier to begin with more thinner plectrum is because it's more flexible, so you will get less stuck. So basically, when you're playing and your plectrum is flexible, it's going to like slide better over the strings. But as you progress further, go all the time a bit for the thicker one and challenge yourself to play better with alternate picking, especially with alternate picking, and pick up more thicker ones, so you learn to play faster and faster with the thicker plectrums for the heavy metal purpose. Anyway, go buy yourself a different max grip ones with different sizes. I would like to get recommendations for really good plectrums with great grip and shape. I mean, these are a bit rounded shape. For example, I would like to try some really V-shaped plectrums. So if you're watching this video and you know some really great V-shaped plectrums with great max grip, that's great for playing heavy metal and are thick enough for my purposes, please comment below. I would like to know more great plectrums to try out. And see you in the next video.